Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Corporate Commander TFW, and I'm joined this week by... I didn't have anything planned offhand, and my brain hurts today. It feels like there's a knife being pulled across it, so...
Going well, then, I take it.
It's one of those things, you know, sometimes your brain just hurts, and it's not from overthinking, because I definitely don't do that. It's just random. How about the chop down Christmas tree himself? It's Mikey G433. There's something Christmassy. Hi, Mikey.
Thank you.
It's all right. I plan to chop you down, take you home, and put some tinsel on you, and nothing else.
You won't let me wear clothes.
Nope. It's only tinsel.
I have to stand in the corner holding things.
I don't know about you, Mikey. I never liked tinsel. I always thought, even as a kid, tinsel looked shit, and it never felt nice when you were holding it.
I bit it once and got electrocuted, so no.
Is that because you've just got the power within you? The
power
of Jupiter.
It's kind of like if you chew on tin.
Ugh.
You know, the electric charge you get off that.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't eat metal, Mikey. Is this like a thing with you?
I was wee.
How we?
Shocking experience.
2 years ago, we. The pain in my brain's getting worse. Blood's coming from my nose. Damn it, Nappa. We're here this week, everybody, to talk about Transformers. There's actual Transformers news today, so that's a little bit of a surprise. I was almost going to say nice, but some of it's, I would say, not nice. But that's just personal stuff, I suppose.
It's news.
It is news. So we'll get on and we'll talk about that. And we're going to kick off with Newage toys. So they show off like two things and then one thing and then repaints of it.
1, 2, 3, 5 variants on one mold.
Yeah, it's quite impressive in a weird way. So we're going to start off with Darius, not the Persian emperor or leader, Darius III, but Darius the toy, which is a Legends G1 scale Galvatron, the first.
No, the second in this case.
What's that? Oh,
there's Darius.
Galvatron.
These are all Darius repaints and remolds and stuff. So there were the less shiny Darius before this.
Was there? I don't remember that. Oh my god! I thought this was the first version of Galvatron to come out.
Nope.
Oh no! Oh man! Then yeah, this is Darius the Third, the Fourth, the Fifth, and the Sixth. Something like that in total. It's as Mikey said, because I wasn't aware. This is a metallic version, which is the H23EX. There's the H23M, which is the Marvel comic color or the toy color of Galvatron. So your standard gray and whatnot.
Yep.
That's the main body. And there's the H23T for clear. T. For that translucent
vibe. Did you say
vibe.
T for clear?
Probably. I was trying to think that. Clear? Yeah, I did say T for clear. I was like, did I say T for clear?
Horse?
Yeah, exactly. It could happen. It could be a thing. Don't judge me. There's also, which wasn't shown on the TFW, the H24 Machio. I don't know if it doesn't seem to have a fancy H20 something.
No,
hang on.
Presumably because it's intended to be new. So it's like a new number.
That's right. Because Galvatron's 23. This one's 24. So he's completely new. Don't question us.
Shut up.
Yep. This is a remold of the Galvatron toy. It actually has some different parts to it and whatnot to make it
quite
into
quite
a lot. Yeah, right. To make him into Shattered Glass Megatron.
Rika,
but without the thighs, so not really.
Yeah, Rika. That is lacking the booty, her notable booty
and thighs. Both. And the other one, which H23B, Haralder.
That's Norse.
Did I say that right? Haralder?
Haralder, yeah.
Yay, I didn't fuck it up. Who's Straxus? Which was a weird choice, but I guess we'll get into it. We'll start with the lesser ones, I suppose, which are just the Galvatronians. I'll mention the metallic Deca one first. It will include 3 pairs of hands, 3 faces, in quotations, planet shell. For his fat mode from Headmasters, for some reason. To create, in quotations, Grand Galvatron. From that was seen in the Japanese, in quotations, the Headmasters, end quotations, cartoon.
Technically, it didn't exist. He was planning it.
Yeah, he was just imagining it. It was, for some reason, a grand goal of his.
To be Cybertron.
To be fat. To be really fat. It didn't even work. Why would he build like his own arms and legs just out the sides of the planet? So strange. The other ones just come with exactly what you would expect. The 4 pairs of hands, the 3 faces, a gun, a matrix chain, and all of the clear ones, accessories are unsurprisingly clear. So, Mikey,
Yes.
most boring one is, of course, the clear translucent Galvatron.
Yes.
Any thoughts?
It is a see-through Galvatron with the accessories from the the Galvatron 2 one.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I would agree. What do you think about the comic version? Because I've never been a massive fan of Marvel comic Galvatron myself.
I'm not a massive fan of Marvel anything.
Oh, damn. No,
Marvel
that's not true.
Transformers.
You like Immortal Hulk. Don't lie.
I said Transformers.
I didn't hear that, or I chose not to
clarified.
listen to it. Whichever
Like,
one.
because it's the toy version, basically. It was the toy color scheme, the original
Yes.
toy color scheme.
Yeah.
I think it's not my preferred look for Galvi. The only time I really enjoyed it was when he showed up in the Combiner War, Unite Warriors comic, where he was possessing Cyclonus, if I remember right.
That's right. He looked. I would say he was okay in this color scheme in the IDW when he was brothers
when he
with
was
RC,
Barbarian Galvatron.
Yeah, that was okay. But then they kind of changed his design a bit to make him look a bit more not like just Galvatron. They gave him a big axe. So he looked okay then, I suppose.
You could buy 2 of these and have RC and Galvatron.
You could. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Now, God damn it! I made myself want this.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
This is not the one I want of the 3. Let's say, but
I would say don't worry. As soon as you see the price on these, you'll probably be put off by all of them. We don't know. Granted, we don't know the prices, but I just know Mikey, and I know how much these will be, and that'll be no.
Yeah,
that'll be no.
Yeah. Yeah. All my money the last year's gone in Gunpla anyway.
Exactly. And Rika's dies.
Because but I do think I think the sculpt more than the color scheme combines to make this work. I guess, I think the look of it works quite well, better than it would in like the comic. So I think for what it is, I think it's a good looking toy. The accessories make sense, having the Matrix, because that was a thing. But it's just not one I'd like lose my shit over in any way, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's just like, here's the comic version, you go, okay, cool. Yeah. I think it's kind of a shame that the metallic version seems to be the only one with Fat Galvatron mode.
To be fair, it's the only one that's relevant.
Well, technically, shouldn't the original... Did the original one come with the Fat Galvatron mode? I can't remember.
No, this is new. This is a new piece.
Okay, so literally, you're buying this for... If you've never got the mold, you really like the shiny metal, or...
Yeah.
You really want the Fat Galvatron mode, or all of those things, I suppose.
Andy.
Combined. Yes.
I really want the Fat Galvatron mode.
No, you don't.
Yes, I really do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'll never be able to afford it because I've got other shit to do, and found out I've got bills coming up that would kill God.
Oh,
but
no.
I do, I saw this and I just started laughing. I love it. It's different and no one else has done it.
Okay. Mikey, let me sell you on an idea as a company man, because you know how sometimes I come up with really stupid ideas that don't actually sound too bad as a product, right? You know how we really fucking hate Transformer Christmas decorations.
Yes.
Right. Change the planet Cybertron and just make it a little bit more Christmassy. Would that be a good Transformers Christmas ornament? I think so.
I would have it on my tree.
Yeah. You change the planet up so it looks a bit more Christmassy. You keep it Cybertron-esque, but you put a bit of snow. You change the color scheme to red and
Maybe put a
green.
Christmas hat in Galvatron.
Yeah, you have over his tummy Happy Christmas or something like that. And the Christmas hat, of course. And if you wanted to go all out, you could give him a big giant candy cane rod in his non-gun hand. Boom, there you go. You're welcome, Hallmark. Start making really shit decorations with no effort. I'm just saying. But yeah, Planet Fat Mode Galvatron. I guess we'll do the other 23B one, as it's a bit more interesting. Though it is a strange one. It's the version of Galvatron done into Straxus. And he transforms into a thing. Mikey, what is the thing? Because I actually don't know.
So this is actually kind of accurate, because Straxus was designed as a robot without really having an alt mode, so they kind of had him turn into a shooty bit that flew.
Oh, really?
So it's actually not that big a stretch that Galvatron's cannon mode converts into this. This is not that big a stretch from Straxus's natural alt mode.
For what it was, which apparently,
for what it was,
from what you're saying, is nothing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And like that shot of it, you can see him in the air.
Yes.
That's basically the most famous panel.
Oh no.
Yeah. On the other hand, honestly, I think the robot mode looks great.
You know what I will say about it? It's like this is the young Straxus, before he hit middle age. Because I don't know a lot about Straxus, but I know Straxus is a little bit tubbier, right?
Oh yeah,
he's got a bit of paunch on him. Yeah. So this is clearly like Straxus in his 20s before the 30s to 40s hit, and his metabolism tanks.
He stops going to the gym. He stops taking care of himself. He's been married long enough. He doesn't feel he has to impress his wife.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need to impress Shockwave anymore. Otherwise, I think it's really decent representation of him. Granted, I think the alt mode for what it is kind of crappy. But if you were looking for another representation of Straxus, I mean, as far as I remember, there's two. Right?
There's the Deluxe, which I liked way more. Like, at the time when everyone was going on about Cyclonus, I was like, why is no one talking about this? Which I really do like that mold a lot. And what's the other one?
Is there another one? Is it not just this?
Google Straxus.
I was sure it was only just this one and the Generations one.
Like, there's a weird animated Straxus who never got a toy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Generations.
Yes.
Oh, he does have a technical second toy.
Oh, is it a repaint of something?
It is Roller Master.
That's another third-party one, isn't it?
Nope, that is a Power Core Combiner repaint.
Oh,
he was one of those Japanese Power Core Combiners that suddenly had fiction. But it was all like, it turns out this guy is actually someone you already knew, and they repainted him into Straxus colors.
Right, sure.
So yeah, just the tank and the repaint.
And this will give you a lot more of an accurate version of, I guess, G1 Straxus. This is the most accurate Straxus out there, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, looking at him, the only like huge departures are the threads on his forearms and the shoulder pylons.
Pretty much, and the non-fatness to him, yeah. They've also swapped out Galvatron's cannon for a pickaxe, which is, you know, how it should be, and that's really about it. He's got some extra hands, and he doesn't have the extra faces, because Straxus, doesn't really have an emotive face.
No, he's not known for it.
Yeah, so I would say that one's pretty decent. Not something I would personally go for, but I definitely appreciate more than the Galvatrons, and it's a really interesting redo of a toy into something that we've not really seen a huge amount of. Speaking of a toy that we haven't seen a real huge amount of, that's had an equal to maybe more amount of resculpting to it, is the Shattered Glass version of Megatron.
I think more, in all honesty.
I think it might be. Yeah, I will say the let's say the jet mode is definitely in quotations jet mode. It actually reminds me a little bit of the shape of. Do you remember the ship from Bucky O'Hare?
Oh God!
Whoa! Why are you oh-godding Bucky O'Hare, my dude?
Because you're just reminded me of the 80s.
What's wrong with that, bro?
Because everyone tells me I have to like the 80s, and I'm like, dude, I was 5 by the time it ended. I don't even remember anything.
I was younger than you then.
You're older now, is what you're saying?
Yes. What I'm saying is, I think Bucky O'Hare was 90s, to be fair.
I don't. I remember seeing toys for it when I was 4 or 5.
Yeah, I had Toadborg, because he was fucking a robot, and I was like, fucking robots.
And I just remember, being told I couldn't have them because my mother saw the female lead and thought she wasn't wearing enough.
She was completely covered.
Yeah, but those toys did not look right in terms of proportion and things. So I think she looked more scantily clad than she was. Listen, I remember the stories. I don't remember the specifics.
I also had the comic books as well because they were a thing in the UK. Anyway, Mikey, Shattered Glass Megatron into this thing. What do you think? What do you think of him?
Kinda
What? Good, bad, poo, yay?
Kinda
What?
That's kind of. The head sculpt is kind of odd. Something's off about it. I don't know what it is, but there's something.
Do you think
off.
it's the reflectiveness?
Maybe it's catching the light weird, and
Yeah.
the alt mode. I'd like to say it's trying, but I
mean,
like
it is for what the mold can do.
Yeah, try to turn this into Energon Megatron.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think the fact he's quite plain in the chest and loses a lot because like the central bit just kind of looks like a less detailed Galvatron.
Yes. Yeah.
I like the new cannon. I like the idea that it's the front of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really feeling anything. He's the most neutral for me. He's just kind of He's there. He is a thing.
Okay.
He is a thing that will exist, and I don't love Rika enough to want one.
No, I would agree. Though I would like it if maybe he came with a Gridman sword. That would be a really badass like accessory. It's not like, hey, Rika, but it's like, oh wow, okay, ooh, that's the caliber. Ooh.
Yeah, I also like the idea of Rika just picking up the caliber. To be honest,
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
She's had so many scenes of standing there looking at her, just like, you know what, fuck it.
To be fair though, I think like we're a very small minority of fans who know the Gridman stuff is a reference to the Shattered Glass stuff.
It's not a minority. It's very public. I remember there were news articles on it.
Yeah, I mean though, in like the wider Transformers fandom, like I can't imagine people who would buy a third-party Shattered Glass Megatron would be like Rika from Gridman.
Well, they should be.
They should. This is what I'm saying. This is why I say we're in a minority. Like you say, there were articles talking about the references, but I don't think people who would buy this would care that much, unfortunately, about that. I don't think enough people bought the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime because it was Akane.
Oh, God, no. But they're just insane.
I still think it shouldn't have been Ratchet he came with. He should have came with an Action Master Thundercracker, and that would have been a perfect set.
Yep.
Perfect, but they fucked it up.
Yep.
God damn it. Or they could have done Prowl into the second dude's colors, not the main kid, his friend.
Oh, Sideswipe. The Sideswipe
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, you could have done that as well. I would have been happy with that.
I never remember his name.
No, neither do I. Though it has, I've only watched Gridman once, and I've been waiting for it to go on sale on Blu-ray, and it hasn't done that at all, unfortunately. So I'm still waiting. I'm still kind of salty that well, not salty. I'm slightly disappointed I didn't get the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. But then again, I remember the Ratchet I didn't care about at all because it was super boring.
Yeah, I missed it by like a week.
I just wish it didn't have that Ratchet in it.
I don't mind the Ratchet because I don't mind getting another toy, and it's still like you could sell the Ratchet and make a tenner back, and it would still be cheaper than buying that fucking leader toy.
Which leader toy? Oh,
the
yeah.
Optimus.
Sorry, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it would still be cheaper. That's the annoying thing to me.
Again, if anybody wants to sell us their Akanes / Shattered Glass Optimus Primes, contact either me or Mikey.
Do you love your Ratchet? Fair play. Give me the Prime.
Give me the good one. I want the really good one. The other Newage toy thing was there's two of them. I actually thought there was one. Apparently there's two. We have images of the H3T Harry, which is a clear version, and the H3EX G1 Toy Deco version of Prowl, I assume. But does it doesn't actually show the. Does it? No, it does show the toy version. I don't know really what the main difference is between the toy version and the other release version, but it's there. I guess it's got the small stickers on it.
Maybe. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. I'm not particularly excited about either of these. I think the regular Prowl looks okay.
Okay.
Looks fairly posable and everything else, but I've never been in love with Prowl's design.
It's okay. Yeah,
it's all right. It's like jazz, but not as fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's very much what all of Season 1 and a lot of Season 2 characters were from the G1 cartoon. They're very plain, but that's obviously because they came from the Microman line, where they were meant to be mechs rather than physical robots with personalities.
Yeah, and I don't like the translucent one at all.
No, I mean it's a translucent one, so
I think that their choice for everything here just makes it look a lot worse, and I think the fact that face isn't translucent is really fucking distracting.
Yeah. I mean, translucent stuff is popular in so many different toy lines, but it's never been a thing for me and you. Because, hey, Mikey, how many translucent Gundam kits are there?
Oh, God, no thanks. No, thank you.
Exactly. It's terrible. Everything. People like translucent stuff, it seems. It's just us who lived through the dark times of translucent stuff exploding and just know. I just generally think translucent, like having parts that are translucent is fine. Having an entire thing that's translucent, yeah.
All its joints.
All of its joints. Like having translucent eyes, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Clay parts for eyes are great. If you want to do like a solid fist that's translucent, oh, okay, that's fine. As long as it's interchangeable, but yeah. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the toy world?
Yes, Toy World have released images of TWFS02 Heartbreak.
Oh my god.
From France. No, is he French or Italian?
Oh, Mikey, you fucking racist. God damn it.
I know one of them was Italian and one of them was French.
Holy shit, Mikey. Oh my god. I can't believe you.
I'm genuinely blanking. Which one was which?
He was French.
Okay.
It was Dino. Dino, the red one. No. He was the Italian one.
Okay.
I think he was the Italian one. Now I'm doing it. Oh no, I'm as bad as Mikey.
Yeah. So, yeah, he transforms from, I believe this is a Nazi car. I don't know enough about Nazi cars themselves.
I'm going to say it is the case because it comes from the same scene as Bumblebee, didn't it?
Yeah, this is one of those cars that they used to drive around during the rallies waving out of. I don't know the make of car. And before someone starts going on me, I know quite a lot of World War II history. I just don't know cars.
They have 4 wheels.
They do indeed. Yeah, and he comes with a wall.
No, it's a piece of floor, I think, more than a wall.
A wall floor. He comes with 2 guns. He's stop at the time guns. See, that I remember. He also comes with a desk and a chair, which I really hope he can use in some capacity because I like the idea of him just sitting there cross-legged. And he comes with the watch that killed Hitler. Yeah,
and the little container for it too.
Yeah. He's got he is the hot rod design done up in World War II colors and layout. Like all these other Toy World ones, I in general really like this. I think they come with a good range of ridiculous accessories. I really like the vehicle mode approach. The paint job is good. The figure looks solid and posable. Overall, like, there's been ups and downs, but none of these Toy World have dipped below, like, surprisingly good for me. Like, Starscream is the lowest one, and he's still fine. What's your thoughts on Hot Rod?
Again, the accessories are really cool. I think one issue that, if you collect a lot of these that's brought up, is in the picture 18 or whatever it is, where you have the 2 Autobots facing off against Barricade. It kind of rears its ugly head, as in there's not much color on any of them because of the vehicles that they're going for. I kind of wish that there was a bit more color that you could unfold from the inside of the vehicle that was brought out into the robot mode. I know they're going for a specific look, but they all. Do you remember the problem in the early Transformer movies where they all just kind of blended together because they were one color? Yep. That's kind of how I feel this shelf would be. A lot of these things are just kind of mushed together through dark blues, dark grays, and whatnot. It's all very samey. I mean, no takeaway from the quality of the figure. Still looks good. It's just an issue with what they're trying to do, and they are doing well. It's just like I say, it all mushes together. But I love the accessories. The accessories are amazing.
And great photos, by the way. The actual promo photos, really well done.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, someone's got some good photography skills when doing this stuff.
I really like the one where Barricade's got him pinned with a saw, and then like some really good work. Like they even put in like fake robot blood and stuff in different parts of it. Like, well done. Seriously, like this is one of those lines where I feel like someone's got an art tilt and they're just having fun.
Yeah, I would agree. It's nice. Should I take us on, Mikey?
You should.
Mech Fans Toys show off 2 figures, technically. I didn't send you the link to the other one because it wasn't on TFW, but it was just a redo of this figure, so I'll just talk about that as well. Mech Fans Toys do Head Warrior V05, the Crocodile, which is a Legend Scale G1 Skull Cruncher. The other version was a redo of this mold into Optimus Prime from that one episode, which everybody loved.
Does anyone remember what happened in that episode?
Yeah, Prime was destroyed and he was taken apart and reconstructed into an alligator by the Constructicons.
Bit where Devastator climbs the Empire State Building.
Yes. It's a weird episode.
Yeah, I'm remembering it now.
It was one of those, they put Optimus Prime's arm on top of a tower to shoot people because it was better at aiming and firing for some reason.
And then he gets psychic control of the harm.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I've found a picture of the Optimus.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I like the robot mode deco, actually.
Of the Optimus, you mean?
Yeah, given him the way they did his chest, I think it turned out quite well.
It's alright. I just don't care about it because it's like, it's a Optimus Prime who just happens to transform into a gator form or crocodile form because of that one time that he was made into a crocodile. I
wish they tried harder to make him look non-traditional in robot mode, but they tried very hard to make him look G1 as much as possible.
Again, another one of those issues where I'm like, for fuck's sake.
And
God damn it.
Croc, that has a white head in the episode. I remember that.
It does, yes.
That really needed that white head because the red head, that doesn't look good.
It's a weird choice. It just kind of mushed together.
That's a bad color breakup.
What do you think of what's he called? The crocodile one? Yeah, Crocodile, the Skull Cruncher.
Skull Cruncher, there you go. I was forgetting his name there for a second. He looks okay.
Do you know what my issue is with it? It's very, 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 very Titan's Return.
Yes, which is becoming a thing.
It's almost all of the Titan's Return figure.
Which is definitely now a thing for Skull Cruncher. Everyone's kind of copying that transformation, even including like Cyberverse and everything else.
Yeah.
I think he looks okay, but like you said, it's so Titan's Return.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't exactly say it's flying at me.
I don't dislike it. It's just
no.
It's just a little bit annoying because that's all they do with Skull Cruncher. Well, I can't say that's all they do with Skull Cruncher, but the amount of repeat there is with that one transformation, it's fine to do that within Hasbro because it's it's their own design, so they can do what they like. But to have a third party company do it as well, it's a bit of a shame. I would have liked them to try something else, but it does look like a decent representation of Skull Cruncher into a small version of him, and it looks obviously a lot more poseable than the official Titan's Return figure. So that's another
definitely.
thing. Yeah, so he's good. He's just a kind of a man. I wish they'd do something else, or fiddled with it a bit more. But I like the headmasters. I like the Decepticon headmasters. You know what would be nice for someone to do? I don't know. Maybe do Fangry. Maybe do Squeeze Play. Maybe do Horrible since no one else did them. Yeah, if you wanted to be really lazy, you could just do what fans did and, re-customize and reshell those Titan Return bodies into, Squeeze Play and Wilder.
But those aren't the original headmasters, Andy.
Yeah, I know, they're better. They're not better, but they are different.
They have to be original. There's no point in doing them otherwise. No one will buy them.
Yes, technically they weren't in G1 cartoon.
Yeah, there you go. True. They weren't in the half hour that the headmasters mattered.
No, I know, but you have the same idea as me. It would be nice for third-party companies to do something a little bit different and doing Wilder and those ones. I mean, shit, they're doing the Headmaster Juniors. There's the Autobot Headmaster Juniors.
Maybe
company's doing that.
Fans Hobby will come out with the Decepticon Headmaster Juniors. You never know.
Okay, and then I hope it gets popular because then it means other companies will do it. As mean as that is to say,
and then we'll be tired of it.
yeah, the cycle begins again. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the next thingy?
Yeah, so Fans Hobby, as we just mentioned, have released images of MB-17 Armada Megatron. This is a prototype to go with their MB-15 Naval Commander, which is Armada Optimus Prime. We only get a couple of images. We see what looks like a very, very rough prototype of the vehicle mode, the tank. Interestingly enough, it looks like they've actually got it so that the antlers retract, which no other version of this character does, as far as I remember. It's always got a big head sticking out the middle of it. And then we see a more solid-looking prototype next to Naval Commander in both his modes. He's quite tall. He's not as tall as the Super mode, but he towers over the base robot mode. It looks like he is going to have the big butt tank, for want of a better term, where he's got the rotatory part of the cannon of the tank on his back, which will probably be about as awkward as it ever was, but I'm assuming it falls forward. Overall, I think he looks pretty solid. It looks like they've done something where the tank treads aren't attached to his shoulders. They're more a backpack this time around.
You might be right, actually.
Yeah, because I can see a notable gap. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this guy turns out. I'm all for non-G1 nostalgia, and I'm all for, like, Armada. I think had good designs. I like the base. I like most of the base designs in Armada, so I'm perfectly happy with that. What do you think of him, Andy?
I mean, like you, it's nice to see something different. No one's really been touching the Armada line, apart from Hasbro. Do you remember that, Mikey? Do you remember that one? Do you remember that?
The official full prototype of an Armada transforming Optimus Prime they made.
Do you remember how everybody talked about it and really enjoyed it? And we saw all those reviews on the figure came out, and everybody got it and was like, man, this is the greatest Optimus Prime we've had in years. I'm really glad they didn't make
it looked amazing,
G1 figure.
It looked excellent.
Could you imagine if they just put out the G1 figure again in Kingdom, Mikey? Man,
and then every time you brought it up, they put chloroform over your mouth and said, shh. Shh. Yeah. I mean, there's not a huge amount to say on him yet.
No.
But I think he looks decent. I'm just going to do this one as well because it's quick. Super 7... Super Transformer, Super Cyborg Soundwave has been revealed. This is the non-transforming vinyl, non-articulated PVCs that are very expensive but are quite detailed. So this guy's going to be $75. He's out in 2021. He's got a removable chest panels to reveal inner workings of Soundwave. In this case, it's basically you can see a transistor and Laserbeak.
It feels weird that you can take off the chest and Laserbeak's just there. I imagine Laserbeak would be like, bro, what are you doing? Put that back on.
Why does his torso come away with his chest? Why is he taking off his pants as well? And it doesn't help that the spools and Laserbeak appear to be staring at you.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, and if you see the big black strip in the middle, it does look a little bit like a mouth.
A face screaming, these are dumb. But a lot of people really like these vinyls, and fair play to you. And I think it's kind of like I like the idea that you see the inner workings, and they look so 80s.
Yes.
They look so 80s. I think
the issue is like how much they go for. I think they're too much for what they're asking for, personally at least.
Says in the box, Andy. 7 points of articulation.
Oh my god, that's almost as much as I have. Almost.
I think it's a little ahead.
It might be, to be fair. It might be a little ahead. I was actually going to do that story because I thought you would have wanted to do this one that I'm going to do now.
I shook it up. What are you going to do about it, bitch?
Well, all right, no Flames toys for Mikey for Christmas. Because Flames toys for Ryan Model Kit IDW. We have the official Galare for it. He's also got pre-orders open. Let me tell you about his statistics. The retail price is $140. His size, his girth...
What? Hang on, go back.
Is $40.
There
That's
we
what
go.
I said. I said $40 for a time. You can't prove it. His size, his girth will be 150 millimeters. I don't know why millimeters. I guess I think the Japanese measure their stuff in millimeters more than anything else, but that's odd. Articulation, he's got 50 movable joints. You are able to set in any pose easily. So remember that when you build this and you can't move him easily. Send aggressive emails to them saying, what the fuck, this is hard. He also comes with accessories, which for some reason I didn't mention there. He has It shows three pairs of hands, but I don't know if there's another one technically already, on the figure. He's got closed fist, he has gun holdy hands, and then he has I'ma slap you hands. He has engine, like the bits where the flames would come out of, the exhaust. I assume those are like guns, and he has two of the guns as well.
They were guns, and they were used to shoot fire.
There you go. So yes, them.
Both.
So Mikey. You like kits, you like model kits, you like Furai kits, you have some.
Yep.
What do you think of the Hotorodo?
Roddy looks good. Rodimus looks very good.
Do you think it's disappointing he doesn't have any faces where he could be like looking like a real dick?
I think this was my big complaint, and it's the big complaint I've seen a lot. The fact he does not come with that stupid, cool smirk that he did when he just... Everyone's dying around him, and they said, like, we've got a zombie that eats us, and he's just like, cool. It's like, you're a terrible leader. But the fact he doesn't come with that very particular smile, I think, is a real disappointment. And I think that is something I would knock Flame Toys a little bit, that they don't do, like, facial expressions.
Yeah, it's fine for, like, Optimus Prime, because, he's got the face guard, but for guys who don't have that... it'd be nice for them to lean into it. I mean, they do that for the Dragon Ball kits for Bandai.
Yeah, and like they made with Megatron, when they did the Decepticon version, they made a new face for that. It wasn't very different, but they made a new face.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I would really like to I would really like if this came with a facial expression. Apart from that, like I really like IDW Rodimus's design. I like him for being a massive cock. I like it best when he's a massive cock, so I do have an emotional attachment to this version of the character. I'd be honest, I'd rather it was Cyclonus, but because I really like Morton Meets J. Cyclonus. It wasn't his fault what happened. He just picked a very bad boyfriend. Tailgate the dick. But my one horse. But I think it looks really posable. The yellow, I really hope that takes paint wall. And because that will scuff the hell up, because I could see nub marks. Actually, to be honest, I could see nub marks being a bit of a bitch in this whole kit. But no, overall I think he looks great. Really glad he's not an action figure. Really hope we still get that Optimus Primal in a kit form, but no, I'm really happy to see this guy.
Just wait a few months, it's like,
please.
Oh, sorry, we're cancelling this kit, and he's only going to come out as the $150 action figure.
Yeah, but no, honestly, Flame Toys, I've never had a complaint with them in anything I've gotten off them, so yeah, definitely looking forward to this.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not for me. I'm not a big fan of the whole Lost Light stuff, but I will say the design does look good. He's a handsome, bright boy, and his colours really do pop, because, he's the red and the oranges and the yellow, so he will pop nicely on the shelf. I wonder if our buddy Rob knows about this, and we'll have to get one, because it is a Rodimus.
If he doesn't, we know we're getting him for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to take us on, Mr. Mikey, to the next thing?
Red! Sticking with sort of non-transforming stuff, we have Red! They have revealed the next two figures to come in the line. We've previously had Megatron, Soundwave, and Optimus, and then we had RC announced and Cheetor. And now we have the last of the G15.
What?
I don't know. I just shut up. Which is, we have a Bumblebee and we have a Starscream. Bumblebee looks very on model to the cartoon. So to be honest, he's probably the most cartoon looking Bumblebee you can get, except for some god awful reason. He's got paint damage. Terrible, badly executed paint damage. Look how bad it is. Look how bad it looks.
It's not the best.
It looks like someone got another shade of yellow and rubbed it over his arm.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense either. I don't know why this is here. It's not on anyone else.
Yeah.
I have a horrible feeling this is supposed to be an Earthrise tie-in figure. I really genuinely do. Starscream comes with Blast Effect, and he comes with Coronation Gear, which in this case is a crown that doesn't really fit, some shoulder pads, and a soft goods, so well done there, but cheap-looking cape. I like Red for what it is. I'm still waiting for RC. still desperate to get RC, and like if the legendary knockout does eventually appear, I'll be really happy. But I wouldn't exactly say these two are setting me afire.
They're the safe choices, aren't they?
Yeah. Like Starscream, which means the repaints. But,
I didn't even think of that.
I'll probably get Thundercracker. But
what if he doesn't come with a dog though? Again,
well, he won't. But I can go get a dog.
You've been saying that for a while, and you've still yet to get a dog.
They're really hard to find. One that look right, anyway. Like you can get little Alsatians and stuff like that, but she's a puggle.
I will say that I don't actually really like the look of the Starscream. He kind of looks a bit too round and bubbly. Like around the chest, it looks like he's very curved around there, more so than the hard lines. And I'm not sure what they're trying to evoke because it doesn't. It looks almost G1ish, but not quite. And then I think he looks like genuinely quite terrible with his like shoulder pads, cape, and crown on. I think that looks like a bad like third party add-on set more so than like an official product.
It's badly posed as well.
That doesn't help either.
Like he's doing gorilla arms. What? Just rotate the hand around, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were going for. I'm not sure if this wasn't done well or it was done too quickly or what. But I think the Starscream looks genuinely quite bad.
Yeah.
The Bumblebee just looks boring, I suppose. But
but I will say, and honestly, for robot mode, it's probably the best looking Bumblebee we've had in a while.
Probably it is like as close as they can get to little round little fat boy. So that's something, I suppose. But again, very safe choices. It's just where's Knockout?
Yeah, give us
from Prime.
Give us some invention, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Some characters who aren't G1, please, Jesus.
Take us on, Andy.
All right. Well, we talked about it last week, but we got official images of all of the Cyberverse Deluxe figures. No, just Starscream.
Just Starscream.
Just Starscream. None of the other ones. We got to see him as well in his vehicle mode. But he comes with the special effects parts. He comes with the effects for this null ray, and he comes with one set of missiles that come out of his abs, I suppose.
I don't remember if he did that in the show, but
maybe.
Yeah, I don't honestly remember.
Yeah. All right, Mikey. His vehicle mode. His vehicle mode.
It's got the outline that he has in the show.
It does. It has the silhouette. If you look directly down from the top, it would look fine. Otherwise,
it looks better than the Voyager from Siege.
Which one are we talking about?
The one which has a tetrajet on top and a person underneath. Curled up in a ball.
That's they're similar in terms of the oh boy, this isn't great.
Starscream is living life knees first.
It seems like it, and his arms don't do anything.
Yeah, knees and fist first. That is Starscream's choice in life.
Yeah, I will say that this is not a great push for. The deluxe figures are really high engineering compared to the Warriors line. This is.
I like the robot mode.
The robot mode looks very good, and you could argue that that's the most important mode, and fair enough, but a Transformer should try and be a little bit better in both modes, especially for the price it's going to be sold at, which is the standard, like, $1987. So
yeah.
I would... again, it feels like that these aren't given the same kind of budget as the War for Cybertron line, which I think we've said before. Are they the same price, though? I can't remember.
They are slightly cheaper, I think.
Okay, if that's the
case,
that's fine.
$22 here for... Yeah, you'd be paying $22 here for a standard deluxe.
Okay, I think I'd rather pay $22 for it to be on the same quality scale, or maybe just make him a Voyager. But I know they won't do that because that's not the right scale for this line, and it seems to be a very focused line. But like I say, it's just a little bit disappointed from my eyes. Would you agree with that, Mikey, or am I being a douchebag?
No, I think the vehicle mode is a letdown. Especially since I think Starscream, because it's an alien jet, you could have done more with it. And the robot mode, as much as I like it, there's a big gap in the back of his legs because of how that transforms, because of how his legs fold in. Yeah. Which is a bit visually distracting. I will say Starscream as a deluxe was the one of the ones I was really like, okay, these are TV characters and therefore matter. He was the one I was less excited about. Soundwave is the one I'm really into.
Same. I'm really hoping they do a good job with him.
Yeah. And like it also helps, like, Starscream is at his utter best when he is not looking like this. Where he looks very different.
Are you talking about his super powered up form from season 2 or another thing from season 3?
The time he was a floating head.
Oh, okay. That must be a season 3 thing.
He basically he's a Quintesson.
Hmm.
He is a Quintesson fused with an alien that keeps wanting to eat our brains.
Yeah.
Which is one face, and the other face is an alien who wants to probe you. So, in the middle of every sentence, he swings around and just says, "Let me probe them!" He's also way bigger than most Quintessons are.
All right.
But he's very, very big. But, so, like, that is when that was just, like, season 3 madness at work. But I like Starscream a lot in Cyberverse, so I would probably consider this on sale, but not at full retail. And My Smiths never goes on sale. But no, like, again, I'm still just glad these guys are coming out because it means someone gave a shit.
Yeah, agreed. It feels like they listened, even just a little bit, even though it feels almost like they've left it too long, a little bit. Yeah.
If there is the rumor of a couple of movies coming as well, so
for Cyberverse, you mean?
Yeah. The Volcanicus one. So maybe these are supposed to keep the line going and keep people a bit aware until then. We'll see.
Okay.
But like, again, these are rumors. Nothing's been announced. But yeah.
Well, let me take you on, Mr. Mikey, because I may as well do this one as well, as we got
You just don't want to lead the last one.
That's right. You know it. And it's a quickie as well. We got a Transformers War for Cybertron Buzzworthy Bumblebee 2-pack.
That made me laugh so much.
What the fuck is this? Because it doesn't seem to be from anything.
No. It's a Kingdom box.
Kinda?
Cyberverse on the front.
Yep.
And my first thing was some sort of egg-shaped vibrator pretending to be Spike.
Yeah, I like this, to me, like the packaging specifically, because you mentioned a lot of points there. The packaging specifically looks like a KO. Like one of those weird knockoffs where it's got 3 different art styles and kind of smushed it all together for no particular reason that you'd find in like B&M in the UK or something like that.
Yes.
But it is I guess a legend-ish scale Bumblebee with, like you say, an egg vibrator in the shape of Spike for some reason, whose transformation involves him just lying down face first on the ground.
Sit down, Spike.
Yep, on your front, baby. And Bumblebee transforms into a tiny car, but it's a lot more squared off than we're used to Bumblebee being. What do you think of this really weird set that seems to not have a home?
Don't know. Also, like, I'm wondering if it's mistransformed because the promo on the back of the box doesn't have those weird shoulder pieces.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think, though, to be fair, I think all that's done is it's maybe pushed those parts closer to his back.
Oh, yeah. But I saw, I saw an initial reaction. People who just saw this image really quick, they thought it was like, oh my god, they've completely redesigned Bumblebee. Because all they could see was the silhouette.
Oh, right, okay, no.
So all they just saw was that weird backpack. Cool. It's weird.
See, I'm going for more with why.
Because Bumblebee.
I was going to say, is it because he was the main character and we haven't really had a Bumblebee?
He wasn't really.
I mean, they promoted him as the main character for season 1. I think, right? Didn't they? I'm sure they did. I thought like the perspective was meant to be from his.
No, oh god, no.
It was for like episode 1. He was meant to be the outsider, and we were meant to follow.
Yeah, but then they forgot about him and brought him back in at the end, where he was just sort of like mid-tier
I'm on your
secondary.
side. Why?
Where
Why are you
they
now
basically
on our side?
Yeah. Why are you on our side? I have been infected by a brain. But they did something interesting at first, where he was like a dick, and then they said like, no, now you believe.
I don't know.
You believe.
He did believe.
I like that the first comment I see is not a bad figure. ...
That's fair. Yeah, it doesn't look like a terrible figure. It doesn't look like it's a good figure, though.
No, it really doesn't.
But it doesn't. Like that guy said, it doesn't look shit. So there's a win. There's a win. You know what would make this Spike toy better, Mikey?
If he had battery places for your viewing pleasure?
No. It would be better if he had a giant hole in him. And you could buy the Quintesson figure and it'd be perfect. Every time I see a Spike figure, I'm going to bring that up and see if you remember. Unless I forget, which could also happen. But since we're on the talk for War for Cybertron, Mikey, I heard there was a trailer afoot.
A true if you will. So yeah, we got the official trailer and official release date for Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise.
Oh, thank God.
It's been confirmed, as a lot of people were suspecting, that it will be out December 30th, so 2 weeks. Not a lot of time for this, but the blurb is War for Cybertron continues with a second chapter, Earthrise! That's how you say it. With the Allspark gone, Megatron is forced to confront the harsh reality that his Decepticons are trapped in a dying Cybertron while also fighting a persistent threat of Elita 1 and her Autobots. Meanwhile, lost in the darkest reaches of space, Optimus Prime and his team embark on a desperate mission that will push them to the breaking point as they travel to uncharted new worlds to face space-faring mercenaries, enigmatic figures from long ago, and even their own creators, the space squid.
What?
I was doing well there. I wanted to say quintessence, but then I was
thought you were doing that deliberately.
No, I lost complete control there.
Oh, fair
enough. So yeah, it's about a 2-minute trailer. It does have reveals, so there are spoilers in it for the show. So if you don't want them, hang on for a couple of weeks and watch it then. But I mean, it does suggest Elite is still in the story, which fucking shocks me.
Yeah.
I was very much expecting that whole thing to be left behind. Has nothing to do with Earth in it.
No. Why is it called Earthrise? Apart from the find Earth at the end, maybe.
Yeah. And get sucked back. And they're like, oh my god, we've got to scan these vehicle modes so we can blend in. Oh no, a time warp! No!
Why are there animals? What's an animal?
Or it's like, it could be like set in a future where we're all dead.
Maybe.
And they have to scan vehicle modes from ruins. That would be neat. But yeah, so reveals and stuff. In a blink and you miss it moment, Scorponok is seen.
Which one?
Who is normal sized, not city sized.
G1 Scorponok, not Beast Wars. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it reveals the Quintessons, lots of repaint characters. Bumblebee is the ugly one. It turns out
whereabouts was Scorponok in this?
There's one of the shooting scenes. He's like in the bottom left.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah. We also have the reveal that one of those spoiler boxes might actually be a spoiler.
Huh. For an actual change.
Actually, was he a spoiler box before? I want to check this. But yeah, they reveal that at least in sort of a weird would-be flash-forward flashback thing, Nemesis is showing up in this very briefly. The implication being like Optimus is being shown a vision of you're going to become Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, I saw some people saying, "Oh, are they gonna fight each other?" And I was like, "No, it's a premonition of the future. Like, if you go down this path, you'll be an evil asshole."
Yeah,
don't do it.
The thing is, like, because of who else shows in it, I'm sitting here thinking, like, there's a really interesting thing you could do with this.
You know, they're not gonna. I don't know what interesting thing you're thinking of, but they won't do it.
But, like, okay, so Galvatron is in this. We see full shot Galvatron beating Megatron up, and it is implied that this is time travel Galvatron.
What do you mean time travel Galvatron?
Well, it's not like Galvatron is his own dude. It's Galvatron from the future, who is Megatron from the future. It's very much implied they're going that route, because we also briefly see Unicron, but I'd be very surprised if Unicron was in this in any great degree. So,
not this series. Maybe in the next one.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, I think it would be an interesting implication if it was like Galvatron is from a future where both him and Optimus turned. And he turned into Galvatron, Optimus turned into Nemesis, and it's a shitty future for everyone, but he wants it to come about. I think that would be interesting. I don't think they're going to do that, but I think that would be interesting. Still have to explain the dead Optimus spoiler box and the Ultra Magnus spoiler box, though.
God, I forgot about them.
Yeah, apart from that, it's just sort of general shooty bang bang and very slow talking. Nice to see they kept the same voice director.
Is it nice to see that?
I'm saying that because I got annoyed when someone said, well, they're going to Rooster Teeth, what can you expect? And I have to admit, my response was voice direction, because they're using the fucking guy from Machinima. Because they're using the guy who was the voice director on Prime Wars. So,
who wasn't
Andy,
good then either.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Jason Marnocha did what he could, but
sure.
One remarkably good performance in the middle of a shit pile. What's your thoughts on this as someone deeply excited for the first series?
Well, what I do, Mikey, is I usually base my opinion off previous works that the people have done. And since we know what their previous works are, the last season and the Machinima series, my hope for this is not high. And I don't think that's an unfair statement.
No. It has been confirmed Brandon Easton isn't coming back for this.
Which one was that?
He was a guy who wrote all those comics that nearly killed my soul in the last couple of months.
Oh, good. Okay.
So he's not involved in this anymore, so that's...
Oh, no, that's bad, because I want you to die. That's a good point, Brain.
Oh.
Shit.
They're Brandon. I'd like you to come back.
You're writing so bad, it makes my friend want to kill himself. I want you to come back for this reason.
Dear Brandon, it's not 1984. You need to realize
he
this.
Sends you a message back, it's just on the letter, just no. And he's just like, open it up, it's just one word, no, but it covers the entire page. You're like, well, I guess it is.
Yeah, but it's in like 1984 Marvel font.
Yeah.
With those weird speech bubbles with the colors on the corners.
Oh, no.
So you're not excited, would be what I'd say.
I can't say I am. I can't say that there was anything exciting in the last series for me. The most exciting thing was when it ended, and I was like, I can watch something else now. And if you like the previous series, all power to you. It looks like you're going to be getting more of what you enjoyed in that.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't understand.
It's 100% rated on the Rotten Tomatoes, Andy.
Yeah, I still don't understand. You can say that to me many times, but it still won't make sense.
Same rating as Primal.
Yeah, and it's nowhere near as good as Primal.
Isn't it?
No, not even as a joke. Not even as a joke. I can't even meme about it and be like, no, yeah, it's so close. It's like, no.
I like that. No, but what? It's not funny. It's not funny.
No. You
not
can't
funny.
do this. Don't
not
do this.
Good.
Don't put your work next to Gendy's work and say, see, it's just as good, isn't it? Because if I was a teacher, I'd slap that homework out your hand and get you to get the fuck out of my classroom and go to the principal. Leave me alone.
Get out of my house.
Like the fact that I saw people getting excited, Galvatron was in there, and I was like, it's not. I didn't think it was a huge surprise Galvatron was in here, to be honest.
I was actually a little surprised because I didn't expect him to show up until Kingdom.
That's fair, but I think some people were surprised to see Galvatron at all, and unless you've seen the promotion material for Kingdom, with that big poster, fair enough. This maybe would have been a bit more of a surprise to you, but because we saw that poster when he popped up here, I was like, oh, Galvatron's now in this. Fair enough. Maybe they should have held him off until... I guess this is like Galvatron's going to take a bigger stage in whatever the Kingdom miniseries is going to be.
Or he's going to show up for 5 minutes and disappear.
Here's the problem. We know that this is going to be, like 6 episodes, right?
Probably.
Something like that. So how focused is the storytelling going to be?
I don't know.
Because it seems like there's going to be 2 or 3 stories going on at once.
Yeah.
Prime going off on his own, the Quintesson stuff, and the Galvatron stuff on Cybertron.
And I'd be surprised if they got more airtime.
Yeah.
Or, some people say, oh, well, the first one did so well.
No.
Maybe they've got more airtime. It's just
no.
Even if that's true, and it did, objectively, it did do well in terms of viewing and everything else.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean, I strongly suspect this show has actually been done for a while. Or at least has been laid out for a while. So I would
definitely agree with laid out, yes.
Yeah, so I would be quite amazed, quite amazed, if they were able to go oh wow, people want this longer, we can expand it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And
I think it would be a budgetary restriction as well, because clearly the show doesn't have a huge budget compared to, other shows. This is not on the same level as DuckTales money. DuckTales, I think I heard somewhere that each episode was about a couple of million, or at least $1 million for an episode.
I know it's big.
It's like one of the
like,
more expensive shows, which is probably again why it was cancelled.
Yeah, or like someone said like it's the best looking CGI show we've had, and I'm just like
Dragon Prince.
Well, no, yeah, but like in Transformers, but
Prime.
yeah, and I was just like Prime. How much was Prime? Prime an episode was one of the most expensive TV shows being produced at the time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Using stupid effects.
Yeah.
I suspect the entire series put together, and I'm talking about all 3 versions, will not cost as much as one episode of Prime. Prime was very expensive.
I think that might be a bit harsh, but I definitely get where you're coming from saying that. And I wouldn't like if we were gonna fight on a bridge over a lava about who was right and who was wrong. I'd probably just back down
ground,
and say,
Andy?
It's not right. It's not worth it. I'll let you have this.
Who has the higher ground?
You do. You can have this higher ground, sir.
You underestimate my power.
You underestimate my pocket sand. Pocket sand.
There was a performance where someone should have wanted in. Could you do that? Could you do that take again, Hayden?
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen does one take.
He seems like he's a nice guy, and I feel bad that
lovely.
He's got shtick over the years. Obviously, he hasn't deserved that shtick, but
yeah, but there's no denying.
It was rough.
He did not bring his A game, or someone didn't.
No, someone should have at least been there to be like, maybe let's try it again. Maybe again, until we get it right. But, you know, Star Wars isn't the issue. And I don't care about Star Wars anymore. Star Wars died for me probably actually a year ago. Nearly a year ago. Because I think I watched Solo on Christmas Day because I had nothing else to do. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
I would say Star Wars never really alive. I was never into Star Wars as a kid. Ever.
I really liked the 3 movies, the original ones. And
I
was young enough to enjoy. I wouldn't say I enjoyed the prequel movies. But then I got tired of them.
I thought the first one was fine. I really like Empire Strikes Back. I still really like it.
That's still good.
As a sci-fi movie.
That's rough because that's so not sci-fi. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
science fantasy. Yeah. But I don't think Return of the Jedi is very good.
Oh no, Return of the Jedi is a mistake. But it's not. the problem with Return of the Jedi is there's some really good shit in Return of the Jedi. There's some really like the bits with Darth Vader and Luke and the Emperor. That's really good. Yeah. And then there's everything else, and you go The
fact they desperately tried to cover over the idea of incest because because George Lucas halfway through said, "Okay, sure, I have this character I've had in my head that I've set up, but we don't have time to have her in here, right? Mm-hmm. Fuck it, it's Leia." Yeah. That's what happened. For anyone who doesn't know, that's what happened. Leia was never intended to be his sister for 2 films.
Was it gonna be Yoda? Because that would have been weird.
Your mother?
No.
Introduced me. She did.
Yoda would be his Onei-san. Ara.
No, Yoda. How could you tell if he was doing it backwards then?
Oh yes, because it's the same each way. Yeah.
In fact, it's a homophone as well.
Oh no!
So you can even reverse it, and it's the same.
I'm not sure I want to hear Frank Oz saying "ara ara" as Yoda.
Ara ara.
It's horrifying.
Bat, dinner, or me you want?
Shall we
I would
wrap
like
this up, Mikey? Because I don't think we've got anything less to say for Transformers Cybertron.
It's like
War for It.
Wait, I'll watch it and
we'll do a show on it, I'm sure, and unfortunately probably not be very pleased with it. And I don't want to predict the future. I'm willing
to be surprised.
I'm willing to be surprised, but I'm going to say there's a high probability of me not coming away from it and being like, this is amazing. But I'm open to it, at the very least. So, Mikey.
Yes.
What you done this week, my dude?
Oh, God, so little.
Okay.
So little.
Did you watch the Game Awards, at least?
I saw a few bits from the Game Awards. I didn't see much. I haven't had time, really. It's a hand-in week for gear, which means hand-ins. I'm after we finish here, I'm basically finishing off something that has to go in this evening at 12.
Yay! So, oh no!
Yay! I had to change something in it before anyone says like he's shit. But I saw the trailer for Arc 2, which, God love Vin Diesel, he's not a voice actor.
Why is he in that? I mean,
I don't
unless
know.
he likes it, but...
It would be surprising, because I'm not expecting Arc 2 to be very story-heavy.
I mean, you told me the first one wasn't, so...
No, so unless they, like, completely redo it, and it's suddenly like, oh no, we've decided to do it as an open-world RPG instead of an MMO, which I would be shocked. They've redesigned some of the dinos in it, so cool. I was more interested in the Arc animated series trailer because I never in a million years expected that.
Right.
Because like Arc's got a really interesting lore, in all honesty. That you can play the entire game without finding one single bit of it. So it's I remember when it first came out, people were saying like it's going to be a very narrative driven game, and I was just like years later, I'm just like, is it? But like the actual opportunity, like if they're going for the established lore, I'm interested, and the animation looked fine, didn't look mind-blowing or anything, but I am interested to see where this comes out. It's not going to be out for another year or so, but she needs something better than a Parasaurolophus.
Okay.
Helena needs something better, like that's one of the people making Ark is a huge fan of that dinosaur, so that's why like it's in there. But it's also in-game basically your first tame that does anything, which means it's also kind of shit.
But is it as good as a penguin?
Easier to tame, less likely to be clubbed to death. But if they include a penguin and call it Penta, I will love them forever.
That'd be amazing.
Or have a dragon in it and call it Coco.
That'd be amazing.
Because I know they're aware.
Species.
They're very aware of HoloLive. I know that because they've retweeted them a ton of times.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Like Coco's Twitter, I saw it just popped up. Like, I'm just like, I am alive. It's just like, oh shit, she's activated. So I'm definitely interested. Like, seriously, I'm genuinely interested. And like, it's got a star-studded cast. I'm not super into that part of it, but David Tennant can voice act, so I'm happy. Not Jared Butler can't.
I think it's always worrying when a animated show decides to spend most of its budget on hiring actors rather than voice actors.
Yeah. But yeah, like apart from that, and like I skimmed through an anime this week because I saw I missed it last season. I saw it got good reviews, and I said, okay, I didn't watch any of last season's anime like at all. So like bar an episode or two of some stuff that looked okay. I'll give this a go. It's not an isekai, but it's one of those reborn reincarnation stories.
Okay.
And it's the Misfit of Demon Academy. And the basic story is 2,000 years ago, a super powerful demon king who turned out not to be a bad guy dies and is reincarnated into a new body. And ends up in a school where they see him. The school is like very about pure-bloodedness, so he's born into a hybrid demon family, like he's par-human, so he's seen as less, but because he's a demon king, he's ridiculously powerful, and etc. Why was this getting good reviews?
It sounds like, from the premise, it sounds real basic.
Oh god, it's
I actually thought you were going to say this was the part-time devil show who works at McDonald's.
No, I like that.
No, don't get me wrong. That sounded it was an okay anime, but from your description, it just sounded like it was that.
No, because like this is really playing up like there's lots of violence, but he can revive people, so that's like violence means nothing. Like
okay,
and he's really mean, but also like he's not a bad guy, and he's got a fan club, and the most vapid characterless female characters I've seen in anime in a good long while.
Yay!
Like they don't have any personality. They don't even have the baseline cartoony two-dimensional personality.
Oh, not even the tropes.
Not even the tropes.
Ew.
And it does that thing where it's just like, action scenes, I know how we'll do this. We show him super overpowered and have no fighting.
Oh, cool.
And like, this is something I wish, like between the isekais and these reborn things which have taken off, like if I could convince people that there is nothing entertaining about watching a guy standing there not reacting. There's a good fight
on animation though.
Yeah, lots of savings, but like good fight coordination needs him to actually be doing something. Like even if it's a series where the guy's overpowered, okay, do something with it. Like, all I can think about when I think of that is like Kill the Kill, and people are going like, I think Trigger uses 2D frames too much, and they don't do anything, and you know they use a lot of visual cheats, and I was just like, maybe they do. You know what they didn't cheat out on? Fight scenes.
I mean, if you want like an overpowered fight scene with a super strong guy that was really well animated, One Punch Man for season 1.
Yeah. Like
even
very
if
well
you didn't
animated.
think the story was the best, you could always go, yo, Madhouse knocked out of the park with that animation.
Yeah, visually great.
Yeah.
Granted, they used a trick of having someone else fight first, but it was fine. If it works, you know. But yeah, so don't watch that. I skimmed it, and when I say skimmed, I ended up skipping like 5-minute chunks at once sometimes, just going like no, and I missed nothing. I also watched the new episode of Onyx Equinox. Like, this is stuff I did in the last couple of hours, so I'd have something to talk about. I watched a new episode of Onyx Equinox, which is episode 4. I can't decide if I'm going to drop this or not.
Oh, so is it up in that air at the moment?
I don't. The episode was probably technically better than the last few,
right? But
like, it's got a real problem of show versus tell.
Do you think if it does this again next episode, you'll be done?
I'm definitely leaning there.
Okay, because it sounds like you want to give it one more shot.
Yeah, because like I really like the world and I really like the mythology behind it. And they end on a
problem of it being the lady's first project.
Maybe, I think,
because you mentioned that a few times before.
Yeah,
this is the past 2 weeks.
She's primarily an artist. She has written before, but she's primarily a designer. This is her first time as a showrunner or a director, whichever one she is. And I feel like she's very into her world building, which I think would come from the arty side of things. But like, the main character is vapid to the point of being annoying, and people are going to say like, he's gone through shit, and it's good. Give me a personality. Give me anything to work with him. The side characters they picked up are kind of just bullies at the moment, and that's just hitting a few personal dislikes I have. Yautel remains the most interesting and well performed of the characters.
You mean not Ankh?
But not Ankh. Not Ankh. That's a very good way of... But
you said
not
that.
Ankh,
it's not my way of saying it.
Yeah, no, that's a very good way of putting it. But I'm right. He has a scene like, oh, there's a big reveal about him in the... There's a big reveal about him in this episode, and it's like, oh, and it, like, he probably cares a little bit, but it's show don't tell. They don't show you in any way that he's more invested in them than he should be, or that he's like, he respects Izel on any level, or that he's not completely 100% against him and he's just doing it for his job. Quetzalcoatl says like, you're very invested in this. I think you should care about these children a little less.
I think you should shoot your fucking face.
In a very visually nice scene of Quetzalcoatl possessing a half-dead corpse, where you can see all his organs hanging out, and he's like, I like this better than the kid I murdered.
I'm sorry, Mikey. I can't get behind a Quetz unless she's an One-san who's very into lucha libre wrestling. Yes, and
turns into a dragon the size of a small country.
She's very cool in Fate.
Yeah. Listen, basically, I'm noticing like the general trend with Quetzalcoatl to be a lady who is stupidly powerful.
Yep.
But yeah, I have watched a lot of those clips from Fate, and she is nuts.
Yeah, she's great. She's really nice as well, because she's the big sister kind of trope.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're into your more traditional imagery,
the lame version, basically. Lame.
Your historical accuracy, dude. I like the visual. I like some of the design. Like, some people are going like, it's one of the most beautiful cartoons in recent years. I'm just like, cam your tits, guys. It's got some good design work. It ain't breaking any animation molds. Like, that Arc trailer is basically the same animation style, but slightly less anime. Like, in all honesty. I also watched Ruby, the new episode of Ruby, which was, and I didn't realize, it never struck me before we hadn't done this in 8 seasons, gave Cinder's backstory. And Cinder is one of the main villainesses, and she's been pretty prominent since around season 2. And it just hit me like, we never really found out what her shtick is. And we find out what her shtick is. But yeah, this has been a very heavy, not happy season, but it remains good. Ruby remains a very good show in my opinion. I'm really enjoying it still. So nice to have something I can say that about. And yeah, like I said, during a rush to get some stuff done so I could talk about it here, I watched a new episode of Mandalorian. Which was
okay.
another short
episode?
one. 7?
7, okay.
Honestly, probably the best one. I have very few honest complaints about it. It's not great, but it's very watchable. It got no obvious flaws, nothing to make me think like this is just frustrating or this could have been done better. Just like self-contained as an organism, it works. It doesn't necessarily work because it's a sequel to an episode from season 1 where they've completely rewritten someone's character. But as a self-contained thing, where it's about getting information to go find the baby works. Bit of. I'm sure some people will say it's character development for The Mandalorian. I think it was a mistake. And I think that it's a mistake that they're going to keep making. But there's a good action scene as well. Probably the best action scene we've had.
Alright.
So yeah, some people are going to say like, you liked it. And it's like, I did like it. I don't think I liked it in any way that puts it above average, but I thought it was very watchable. Perfectly watchable half hour. And some people are complaining about the length. I think Mandalorian is very wise not to be... It doesn't have the material for long episodes.
It doesn't seem to.
So I'm glad someone said, like, we can do any length we want, right? Yeah, okay, we're doing this. We're doing 20 minute, half an hour on average. We'll do longer ones when we need them.
I would still say that the structure of the episodes is like a bad version of Samurai Jack.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely around the same thing. Absolutely set around it.
And it's not as well done as Samurai Jack is. If you want the same kind of storytelling...
that's an unfair comparison.
Is it, though?
This
is a show with a much, much bigger budget than Samurai Jack.
Yeah, but like... Yeah,
and
but
it's
like
also
at no point does anyone
learn the lessons of Samurai Jack and learn from it.
At no point does like anyone rip off a Mandalorian helmet and it's Gendy underneath it.
Oh, mate, that'd be great.
I would be like, what? I have several questions.
I would also say, what's better written, Mandalorian or Primal?
And again, Andy, you're just.
Am I wrong though?
You're not wrong. You're not even like they're not even on the same fucking planet.
No.
It's got better dialogue.
Oh, oof. You're not wrong, but oof. I'm sure there are people out there who are like, no, Mandalorian's... Apparently there are people who get really angry if you don't love The Mandalorian.
Are you saying there are people on the internet who get very, very cross?
Star Wars fans who get very, very cross, yes. Yes, very much so.
How do I contact them? How do I contact them?
Oof, I'm good enough watching people tear into The Mandalorian. That's my entertainment from it, rather than actually watching it. Because I don't like I said for season 1, I gave up on the second last episode because I was like, no more, thank you.
Well, yeah, hey, 10 more Star Wars shows coming.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
And 10 more Marvel shows.
Yeah, and you know how I don't care about Marvel or Star Wars anymore. I just saw all those shows pop up and I went, oh my god, no.
Hayden Christensen's coming back for Obi-Wan.
I think that's nice.
I think it's fine.
It's nice.
It's weird.
It is.
Because it's set during the between times.
It'll probably be like flashbacks or something like
that.
Yeah,
because like Darth Vader like a bald head, like a head in a bucket at this time.
Yeah, see, I think it would either be like that or it will be like visions of like Hayden Christensen being like, "Hey, so pretty fucked up that you didn't save me, isn't it? And you cut off my arms and legs, Obi-Wan."
Dick.
I was being perfectly reasonable on Mustafar, and you were like, "Oh, I've got the high ground, Anakin." And I was like, "All right, I'll jump over."
Well done, you're standing on a rock.
Yeah, I'll jump over to you and we'll continue our fight. But you were like, "No, I'll just cut off your arms and legs." It's like, oh, mate.
Pick me up afterwards, maybe put me somewhere safe so I can recover. No, leave me in a pool of lava.
No, you let me slide down slowly to get set on fire to let me burn slowly to death. Then the fire goes out and I'm still alive, and you're just like, hey, he's fine.
Could have killed me. Could have made it quick.
He really should have just killed him. It would have been the kind of thing to do. It was actually way crueler for him not to kill him.
Turned out Obi-Wan's a massive dick.
Yeah.
He sliced Darth Maul in half as well, I think, in
He did?
one of the clone shows.
Yeah, that's Obi-Wan's only thing. Like, people jump... He jumps over someone or someone jumps over him. That's where he gets you.
Someone
jump
jumps
near
at him and he just
Obi-Wan.
goes like, haha, yeah, classic mistake.
Yeah, he does a fucking Shoryuken. That's his... He's like a goddamn computer set to the hardest difficulty. You jump at him, he'll counter you.
Yeah.
Like that.
The only other thing I said I wasn't going to do it, but I was really bored one evening, so I did. I bought Yakuza 0.
Did you finish the other Yakuza? You must have done.
I did last week.
Then it's fine. Why is it bad that you did that then?
I said I was going to hold off for a while, and then I didn't.
It's Christmas.
It is Christmas, but that's not why I did it.
You need to justify to yourself, so you say it's Christmas. Come on, get on board. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, but yeah, this is the prequel to the other Yakuza games. It came out after 5, but before 6, and apparently 3 is now officially getting a remake. So.
Okay, so you don't need to buy the old version. You just need. To
I
wait
think
for the
I
new
will
one.
because I have no idea when the.
Are you saying you can't wait?
Coming.
Is that what you're
well,
saying?
also it's way the fuck cheaper because you can buy 3, 4, and 5 for like 50, whereas it's like $15.99 each, or 20 or something for the individual buys. Or well, basically. I just want to get the fucking game and play the story through. Shut up. If I don't play 3, I can't play 4, 5, and 6. And anyone who says different can fight me. But yeah, so it's a prequel. It's 2 playable characters, Kiryu Kazuma and Majima Goro. It is basically so far. I'm not very far into it, but I can already see the sort of layout of just like how they got from here to A to B in terms of their characters. Kiryu is very different than he was in the first game. All the strands for like the stoic, nice guy, don't push me hero is there, but he's a lot more hot-headed.
He's
and
a baby,
I think
isn't he?
Yeah. But I think it's really, really interesting because Kiryu's always been portrayed in the first game as very moral and very decent. And he is. He's very decent, but he's also a Yakuza. And this game opens with him doing something very unpleasant, which is beating a man unconscious to try and get him to pay up a debt.
Well, you know.
And like, again, this is a guy who could punch out a truck. And he's beating up some poor fucker who didn't pay his...
To be fair, he probably couldn't punch out a truck there. This was him gaining the ability to punch trucks. Let's hope that's the case. Otherwise, that guy maybe is dead.
Yeah. But like it's very interesting to me because he's still a protagonist and he's still being portrayed as like a decent guy, but he's a lot more hot-headed, and you see that he did nasty shit.
Yeah.
He did it for the good guy Yakuzas who were like, we don't kill normal people, we don't extort them beyond what seems reasonable at the time, but if someone owes us money, you take him in an alley and you break his kneecaps. Mm-hmm. And if someone picks a fight with you, you level him. Don't kill him, but no one gets off easy. And I find it really interesting, and I also like they deal with like the normal, probably quite unpleasant gangsters in this, and they're really like the villains in this are really well acted. So, and they're all like based on real people as well, so the facial animations are really solid. And Majima's story is basically I've only just started it, but it's already like kind of a whiplash to see how different he is. Okay. But it also, something I like about Majima is that he, in the first game, and what I know about him from the other ones, he's portrayed as really off the wall, kilter off, kind of crazy, but he's not. He's decided at some point in his life that this is what I want the world to see. And when you're introduced to him here, he seems really normal, and he's like running a cabaret club, and he's like, oh my god, what a showman. And instantly, when you see him when he's not in front of the crowd, you go like, this is exactly the same. This is as much of being this normal is as much of an act for him as being crazy. And I really like that.
So who's the real Majima, Mikey?
Yeah. Don't think you're ever going to find out, to be honest. If I do, I do, and I'll be very interested. But I think Majima is whoever he wants you to see in the moment. Okay. Like, he's
do you think he's lost himself and he doesn't know who he is anymore, so he has to be these people?
Maybe there's definitely an element of that in this one because he's in a bit of a shit creek, to be honest. Okay, but I have my theories. In front I can see like the Yakuza fandom has loads of their theories, and then I read something during the week, which was one of the translator came on and did like this 2-page epic in really small font, breaking down Majima's character and why he seems so crazy and why over the course of the games he seems to tone it back a bit. And at the end, he just like, I really like Majima. But yeah,
to me, he's like almost more of the mascot character than even Kiryu, because Kiryu's the straight-laced kind of Super Mario character, and yet Majima is the Wario, the one who looks cooler because he's got an eye patch, he's got the great goatee, and he usually wears like a snakeskin jacket where it's all open at the front, and he looks crazy half the time.
Yeah. I'd actually agree with that. I'd say like Majima's definitely a very good face. Like Kiryu's interesting because I think they did an amazing thing of taking this incredibly stoic character and adding so many levels to him. I really like Kiryu, but he's not marketable.
No. I do wish I could get into those games, but I just don't think they're games that I can get into, unfortunately.
No.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, I'd say watch some playthroughs, but there's going to be a lot of playthroughs are going to spend a lot of time on the side stuff, which is really good quality side stuff, but it's a lot of people reading text.
Yeah, that's obviously my biggest issue with it. It's a
lot of reading. You could watch Miko's one, but she does not come with subtitles.
There's probably a lot of fuck yous as well.
Oh my, yes. I've noticed she's infected the rest with that.
Yeah.
I watched the Matsuri one today, and it was just like her playing Mario Kart, and she's just screaming. Like they're English only, so it's just her going, "Hate you, fuck you, kill you."
I'm God. Okay.
I'm Speed.
Okay.
I am Speedy.
Oh no.
I am God. Okay.
I always like leaving a really long pause between the okay. Because it's like, it's a really intense, like, she'd be, like, I imagine, like, she's saying it with a big smile on her face, like, I'm God. And then, like, pause. Smile just drops, okay? Like, I'm really serious now. That's why I'm God, okay?
Yep. Like, I'm not kidding.
I'm not joking. Don't fuck with me, I'm God. Ah, shit, here we go again.
Yep. But she did a crossover with Kiara as well, which was... Oh God!
I saw her offer if she wanted Kiara to try her breast milk, and I was like, okay, yep, this is going about as well as I thought it would.
This is a comment like, all we need now is drop Marine in there, and
oh no, the sexual energy between
nothing good will happen.
No problems. I think you want one normal person in there, like Pecora, just to go like, oh God, help me
for a certain value.
Yes, yeah.
You could put Suisei in there, but Matsuri's scared of her.
Yeah, I think when I say normal, I mean relative to everybody else normal. You know, you got to measure these things as best you can. Anything else though, Mikey?
Nope. No, I'm scraping the barrel for time, I'll be honest.
Ah, cool.
What about you, Andy?
I haven't done a huge amount, obviously, because that's busy always with life, so that's the thing. I did get some things. I got Samurai Jack on Blu-ray, because, hey, I watched Primal. That was very good. I was like, hey, I've got most of Samurai Jack on DVD, but you know what's better than DVD? Blu-ray.
Boo-way.
Boom. Boo-way. So it's still on my desk. I've got the whole 5 seasons. It's fairly cheap. It's like you can get... the DVDs were American. They weren't UK, so it would have to go into a special DVD player to go and work.
Yep.
So I thought, hey, the Blu-rays will now just work on the PlayStation 3. And hey, I've got all 5 seasons. I think that, season 5's the newest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's a pretty good show. And I'm looking forward to getting back to rewatching it again.
Oh, yeah, I can't stop.
Mako!
I do it on my own. I do it when I'm not around people. I was playing. When I was playing the game, every time I turned it on, I just went a foolish samurai. I was just like, my God, I'm going to hell.
I'm still waiting for that fucking game to go on sale.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, but it is not a full price game.
No.
I don't regret buying it, but it is a simple, straightforward, enjoyable hack and slash.
Yeah, that's how it looks, and I wouldn't want to spend like silly money on it. But like you said, it was okay, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a crack. So I got that. I also got Golden Fast Track, let's call him, because I don't know what the stupid name they gave him is. What is it? Rochi?
Black Roichi.
Yeah, some crap anyway. So I got him. He's quite fun. He's definitely more of a dirty gold, I suppose, than a gold. But he's fun enough for a, one of these pull-apart kind of figures. And I certainly don't mind because, that's how you transformed him before. I don't know if there's an issue with mine, but I'm mildly concerned about the waist joint on him because there is... You can pull the waist joint apart if you like, and it looks like the plastic is spread too hard. Like the mushroom peg that goes in there to facilitate the waist spin looks like it's pushing the plastic out, but I don't know if that's the case or if that's just how it's meant to be. So I'll need to get a fast track at some point just so I can, double check that. But yeah, he's a fun enough figure. Not amazing. Because, he is a pull-apart figure and you do stuff with it. But, hey, he does look nice. And I've seen pictures of him standing with the other fast tracks. And, again, he looks nice standing next to them as well. I don't like the Tyrant Spear. I think the Tyrant Spear mode is pretty bad. Like, I don't feel it holds together very well. Feels very wonky and floppy because the stick is facilitated by the elbow joints. And that's a lot of pressure to put on said elbow joints. So I don't think that works desperately well, in my opinion. But I have seen some neat combinations of him with other combiners and on other robots to make some quite interesting things. But yeah, he's not a bad little boy. I like him. He's got a nice color to him. I felt bullied this week into into that I should be getting the G2 Megatron from Generation Select. But I'm like, oh man,
I thought that.
I don't know. I'd like to, but I bought DMC5 this week as well, and was confused why Virgil wasn't in there, and then found out it's because I didn't think it was very well communicated, but he's only available currently as of the 13th of December on PlayStation 5 in a special edition, because that's the only console that's getting a physical version of the special edition of DMC5 apparently. All the other consoles or all the other versions are a DLC version, which is going to be available on the 15th. So I'll hopefully be able to get that on the 15th for £4 or something. But yeah, like I say, I didn't feel it was communicated well because on Steam there's not even like a pre-order for the Virgil DLC. But like I told this to Mikey before we started recording, there is DLC to buy alt colors and the super mode for Virgil. So I was like, so I can buy Virgil? I was like, nope. So I can pre-order Virgil? Nope. But I can buy his other colors? Yes.
Don't they? I'm assuming you unlock those at some point.
Yeah, these are the things you can. You know how you can buy like 10,000 red orbs if you want.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind that if it's like you want to buy the unlocks early. I think it's a little bit gross, but I don't think it impacts the game too much. So I'm fine with that kind of like pay to skip kind of feature. It's like I say, it's just a bit kind of a but whatever. It doesn't bother me too much. Did I get up to anything else? I've done a bit more painting, so I've got some more minis painted, some of my Necrons, and I've been cutting up my other Warhammer stuff and building them. So that was the other thing I did. Oh, I put up the Christmas tree as well finally, so I've got some Christmas decorations up, so that's nice.
Jing my balls, jing my balls. Da, 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 da.
And that'll be £10, please. And that's as best as you get for price. I saw it as well, the Game Awards, and apart from the Nier reveal, the only thing I thought that was worthwhile was Seth Roth being in Smash.
People got very excited by that.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, better than Remake.
Go to hell. I didn't get excited, but I'm not playing Smash.
I thought it was cool, and it seems like they've pulled him over quite well, and the trailer was very good for him.
Oh no, the trailer was very well edited.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not going to get emotional about this. I didn't get excited about poor old Steve.
No one ever. I remember most people were like, "Really, Steve from Minecraft? Okay." Even Minecraft fans didn't care, but you put in Seth Roth, and it's like the fact that people went, okay. So Square Enix, we want to use another one of your characters, and they're like, opens up the Final Fantasy book. Who do you want to use? And they just turn to page 7 and go, Sephiroth. And it's like, but you have Cloud. And they like pull the page back over. No, we want Sephiroth.
We could do Squall.
No. Him. We want him. Because everybody knows that the most, like, the face of Final Fantasy is Cloud and Sephiroth. Yes. Realistically. And then you could go and say the monkey one and the ones from 8, maybe after the 7 crew.
I'll be honest, after Cloud and Sephiroth, it's probably Bahamut.
I'm talking about non-summons.
Yeah, but if you're just talking like recognizable faces, that would be it to me.
Oh, but, you know what would be great as a summon? A Tonberry.
That is a summon in one of them.
I mean a summon for Smash. You know how you get like side characters and stuff.
But like it just sits there getting closer and closer, so they have to beat you within the next minute or so.
No, the thing I would have it as is it's a thing that walks forward, and if a player touches it, like it does the stab, and it like no matter your health, it kills you. Yeah. So everybody just is running away from very slow moving Tonberry. And the Tonberry doesn't disappear; it just falls off the edge of the level. Yeah, I'd like that, especially because like a lot of people would have no idea what that was. If they weren't playing Final Fantasy, exactly. It's like, I'll kill it, bang! Oh, it's moving really slowly. I guess it's not that much of a threat. Oh, well, I'm dead. I guess. Sweet, sweet. But yeah, that's really all I've been up to. Nothing desperately exciting. I did a podcast with Mr. Gruff today for the Fluff and Hammer. Scum. He's my scum. And I've also been doing, obviously, my streaming every day. So that's been fun. Some entertaining stuff. Anything else? No, I think that's it. I can't think of anything good. So I guess we'll end the Poopcast, Mr. Mikey, because I haven't watched anything of value, really. So, Mikey, where can people find you on the internet? You can find me on Irish Paleo on Twitter, and you can contact me through the numerous methods we always have here, including the moonbase2@gmail.com and anywhere else you'd like to. Woo! I'm tired. I'm busy. I'm lazy. It's true. You can find me on Twitter, CCTFW, YouTube as Cobra Commander TFW. You can find this podcast on Moonbase2 forums, so on Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, and YouTube. I may have said YouTube, but YouTube as Moonbase2 Transformers Podcast. You can also head over to my Twitch, I'm on Twitch as CCTFW. I stream from 11 o'clock till about 2 in the morning, so 11 in the evening till 2 in the morning, UK time. And you can also find the stuff on the ccbunker.weebly.com. And if you head over to patreon.com/moonbase2, you can do $2 each month for the extended version of From the Files of Teletran 2. And you also get it a week early. And the Moonbase Woo Woo, where we talk about something non-transformery and will be Christmas themed this year. And I think you said you're going to do it, didn't you, Mikey? Yep, I've been thinking. I'll finalize something, but I've been thinking. Coolio, sweet. Yep. So until next week, everybody, where there may or may not be anything to talk about, who can say? We will see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.
You are now leaving Moonbase